All right, my friend. What I want to do is I want to show you something very, very cool. One of my favorite sets. My personal favorite set. I like all of them, but what this set's going to show is something very cool. It is what to do when the girl literally gives you nothing, zero, nothing, not even a word, and how you can compensate for that with your killer-ass, amazing, natural verbal game. Because remember the 4 rules of verbal game. Number 1, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. 1A is talk about paint pictures in her head. Number 1B is write songs in her head. And 1C is talk about your feelings. Number 2 is talk about your passions. Number 3 is no filters. And number 4 is, what was number 4? Sorry, I just ate. Number 4 is the chain of associations, which is exactly what you're going to see right here. Again, if you're not sure about the theory, head over to the natural. Okay, other than that, what you're going to see here in this picture is I'm the guy in the Hawaii shirt. Student is behind me. He's just observing a little bit. And I approach this group of girls and I say something, and the first thing I do is they look at me, roll their eyes, and they turn away. Not even acknowledge anything. So it's literally just like, fuck that guy. Important to know, at this very moment where I'm like, where I see that, I'm not like, fuck these fucking bitches. I think it's funny. Again, I think it's funny. I'm like, ha-ha! Time for Max to give Max a good time. I appreciate it when things like that happens. Without further ado, let's crack into it.
Excuse me, I just thought that guy would do infield footage.
That's my opener. I just thought that guy would do infield footage. First thing that came to my mind. I don't even know. I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but who cares? Girls proceed to ignore me.
Like, what the fuck, right? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Do you speak English? I know you hate me, like, short guy, beard, what the fuck? He's not rich, he's not good looking. On top of that, I'm having a Hawaii shirt. Well, sorry. I'm sorry, but on a brighter note, I'm white, I'm sober, I have a job. Like that song by The Offspring, Why Don't You Get a Job? It actually was on the 1998 American album, which was the first ever album I listened to in its entirety.
Yeah, so may the rant begin. So I feel the rant coming up here, like, oh, this is fun. I don't even have to talk to somebody, I just talk to myself. So like, I'm starting to roll now.
I remember my friend from elementary school, his name was Flo. He lived in Kramergasse 113, that's German. I speak German because I'm from Austria. I forgot the word in Czech that says Austria. I forgot. I mean, I have a lot to do. For example, I had the hot seat earlier. It was like a 10-hour program. Before that, I listened to a lot of metal. That chick that I pulled yesterday, she was like, oh, I don't really like metal. I'm like, well, let's try it. So I played One by Metallica, which is, by the way, the 1988 album, and Justice for All, which is a great tour, by the way. Unfortunately, I wasn't old enough back then. I was -2 years old. By -2, I mean it was 2 years until I was born. So because I was born in 1990, which makes me 24 years old. But on a very bright note, I'm almost 25 years old, which means I'm almost a quarter century old. By the way, many people don't know that Julian and me were not that many years apart. He's 26 and a half. I wish he would be 2.
So yeah, we're on 1.5 minutes of just me talking in. Let's see.
2 years older than me. He's unfortunately only 1.5 years older than me. That means in 1.5 years, I have to be as big as Julian. I mean, of course, it's like a kind of a bigger goal, but I read it in a book called The 10X Rule. It's by Grant Duran, I think. So, dude, by the way, funny story about that guy. I always thought he was black for some reason because his accent sounds kind of black. And I watched a video of him. This dude is fucking white. I'm like, what the fuck? He talks like a black person. Like, I mean, without being racist. To be honest, I had sex with black chicks. Actually, the funny thing about black chicks, I'm not really into black chicks. But if I had sex with them, they're amazingly fucking hot. I'm usually like more into the Swedish chicks or like Norwegian chicks. Because I'm like more into blonde kind of personality. I tell myself that I don't really care what kind of hair color the girl has. But most importantly, I always say it's like, it's the face, the body. I'm an ass type, by the way. Many guys, I always say there's 2 kinds of guys. There's number 1, boobs guys. There's the other side, number 2, ass guys.
2.5 minutes in, I love it.
I'm not sure. I think boobs are kind of gaining ground. But, you know, they have to gain a lot of ground. Oh, by the way, there's a motorcycle. Oh, my God. I never saw that. My dad, by the way, he has a Harley Davidson, which is pretty cool. But he's too lazy to kind of get it out, so he maybe uses it maybe for like 1 month, a fucking year. I mean, you know, Austrian winter is like 11 months, and Austrian summer is like 1 month. We don't really have like the, I don't know, in German we call it Übergangszeiten. I guess it's like the middle ground between winter and summer. You know, you call it spring, I guess. Spring and fall. In Austria you call Herbst. Some people in Germany say Herbst, but that's a completely different dialect. Funny enough is Austria has a wide range of dialects because the thing about the dialects is... Oh, hey, nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Max.
Nice to meet you.
Are you from the Czech Republic?
So yeah, here we go. 3 minutes and 22 seconds in, the set opened. Again, was I mad? Like, it takes me so long to open the set because I'm not ready yet. No, I'm like, yeah. Now I can just talk to myself. That's how fucking much fun I have. There shouldn't literally not be a difference between you talking to girls and you talking to a wall. You should have equal amount of fun. Who's responsible for your own fun? Point at the person. Point at the person that is responsible for your fun. Well, I'm going to point at the person that's responsible for my fun. Oh, that's right, it's me. It's not the fucking girls' reactions. It's not like the DJ who's about to play your song, whoever the fuck. It is your fucking responsibility. And that is a very good example of how you could just have fun, even if the girls give you nothing. Now, what I want you to do is here, if you see, just look at the right half of the screen, the girl's, there's like this like 90-degree angle of her like black sleeve, and the girl behind that, that's the hot girl. That's the girl that I don't want to talk to. That's the girl that I initially was the reason why I approached the group. And I'll see how she's starting to smile, because why? Because I'm fucking awesome. Now, from a more natural game standpoint here, she likes me because I gain massive amounts of passive attraction. Why? Because it's easy. Look, the girls know that they rejected me. They're very well aware, like, oh, fuck this guy, we're just not gonna talk to him, you know, like automated firewall response. But because I'm standing my ground, because I still have a good time, despite them not giving me anything, I'm showing passive attraction. I'm showing that I'm a cool guy. Because they're like, well, we rejected this guy, yet he's still here. He's still having a fucking good time. He's still in a good mood. That guy must have something. And that, my friend, is passive attraction. So look at the girl here, and that is right to my left, how she's starting to smile.
Where from?
Austria.
Austria.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not so far.
How do you say Austria in Czech?
Check it out right here, how she's smiling while I'm talking. She's like, this guy's cool. I'm listening to what he's saying. That's interesting. Okay. And now I'm introducing myself to her. Oh, look at that smile. Look at how fucking good. She loves it. She's like, finally the cool guy talks to me. Passive attraction, my friend. So what happens here is pretty interesting, because now I'm chatting with her. By the way, I'm not smoking. I'm just randomly running around with a cigarette for self-amusement reason. I'm talking to her. I'm having a good time. Everything's going well. Again, passive attraction works for me. I barely have to do shit. But then there's this guy coming in. You see him to my right. How he's like demonstratively, in a minute, he's demonstratively, if that's a word, putting his arm in between us right here. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a new thing. And he's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't care. I'm still talking to the student. I'm like, yeah, I hope you understand it now, what it means to have passive attraction. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm mainly here to do the boot camp, to help out my students. So I'm not really sure what the guy is trying to do here by being so demonstratively. Actually, you just saw how the girl looked over to me a little bit. Now he's like, oh, it's Max. And he waits until I finish talking to the student. And here he says, hey Max, it's me, I've been to the hot seat. He literally just been to the hot seat. Like, that was shot after the Prague hot seat. Must have been an hour or two afterwards. So he's like, hey, I've just been to the hot seat. I've been talking to this girl earlier. Like, is it okay if I talk to her? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, I like her, but, you know, whatever. I'm here on boot camp anyway, so I just get another girl. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Couple minutes later, said guy pulls the girl away. He quote-unquote isolates her, which is cool, because it's just what I taught him in the hot seat. And I end up with her still very cute friend that still hates me. Like, after all this time now, after all the passive attraction ignoring me rocking the set, she still hates me. And so I'm talking to her here, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go back to my students, or I said to my friends. And I'm like, oh, let's exchange numbers. And she's just like, no. I'm like, okay. Well, then, hug goodbye then. No. She just like, for whatever reason, she really hates me. And notice how quickly I open another girl. Like, I don't even care about the rejection. The girl in the red dress is not even gone yet. I'm already opening the next girl. Let's see.
I'd just like to meet you and enjoy your evening, enjoy your holiday and so on.
Little one, right here. I know I'm shorter than you,
I'm all.
but I have inner values.
Okay, enjoy your evening. It was nice to talk with you.
I know. Well, goodbye, hug. Hug, goodbye.
No, ciao.
We hug, I'm sorry.
Ciao. Bye, bye.
Excuse me. Hi. Max.
So it's funny, I'm still like shaking the red dress girl's hand while I'm already like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm seeing another hot girl. That's how you get over rejection.
Hello.
Huh? Are you from Czech Republic?
No, I'm from Slovakia.
Wow. I can say, Dievka, dobrý den. Come here. Simona,
Yeah, okay.
how old are you, little girl?
21.
You want to play this? Oh my god. I'm 24.
Okay.
Where's your friends?
My friend's downstairs, but it's really loud.
Yeah, I know.
And you, what are you doing here?
She touches her hair, classic IOI, and she's asking stuff, even better IOI.
Business.
Where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
Really nice place.
Yeah.
And do you like Prague?
I hate it.
Negative emotional spike. Well, remember what we said about vibing, right? Flatline talk plus emotional spikes.
Why?
It's not cool.
Not for you.
Huh?
So you're traveling a lot.
Yeah.
And?
And
I
that's
want
just
more.
fine.
Okay.
What do? Do you have a six-pack? Do you have a six-pack?
Oh no, I'm really fat.
Yeah, super fat. You're like the skinniest girl I've ever seen.
So this is like, yeah, you're very fat. That emotional spike only works with very, very well in shape, slim, skinny girls. If the girl just has a slight chance of having an insecurity of being a little too chubby, don't say that. But for girls that are really skinny and really like fit, it's hilarious to call them fat. Like, oh, look, you're so fucking fat, you fat pig. She's like, I know I'm really, really well in shape. So they just think it's funny, including her. So she's just like, oh, okay, that's fucking funny. By the way, I'll pick her up with one hand, which is, for me, it's like, I like it. Like, when I can pick up the girl with one hand, perfect.
I could pick you up with one hand. I could throw you in the trash from there.
Okay, I thank you.
Whoop.
From the camera.
She's like, in front of the camera. I didn't hear that. I saw it later on when I watched the footage. In that moment, I'm just like, yeah, haha, you're funny.
You're cute. How's your night going?
So, what are you doing?
Just
You're
chilling.
a really nice guy, so you're alone?
Huh?
Alone?
Like, she's like, you're a really nice guy, and she asks me if I'm alone. At this point, I'm like, oh, I see where this is going. And by the way, as I asked her later, you know what, I want to tell you later as well.
No, my friends are somewhere downstairs.
But girlfriend or
I'm single.
why?
Huh?
Why?
I'm hard to handle.
Disqualifying myself, I'm hard to handle.
Crazy. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm crazy too. But
Yeah?
That sometimes you find the right person, then you say, oh my god.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
So yeah, like, this girl is just like borderline on. She's really cool too, but let me tell you now, fuck it. The reason why that works so well, because people are like, well, you just open girls that are already into you. Yes, guess fucking what? It's called passive attraction. As she's saying later, she saw me roaming through the club, having a hell of a fucking good time, befriending people. Then she saw me talking to those girls. She saw them totally ignoring me and me still having a good time. And that's where she said she decided that she stood behind me waited until I was done talking to the girl in the red dress, so I would open her. Well, her plan worked out. Smart girl.
Craziest things? Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Like what?
Yeah, one time I sit in the car when I really like, this guy is really crazy, and he take me from here 2,000 kilometers to another place.
Wow.
Yeah, girls love to do that. They talk about this other really amazing, super cool guy. Now remember what we talked about in the chapters in the natural betaization, right? Women and alpha males, as well as the shit test chapter. Classic shit test. Talking about another guy that's really cool. Do you want to be jealous? Like, I could take you in a car 2,000 kilometers. Or are you the alpha male who just says, like, oh yeah, that guy was pretty cool. Unimpressed because you're aware of your high fucking value.
But it was like, he take me to one place and he sit 10 hours in his car and wait for me.
Sexy.
No, it was really like, what the fuck, you're really stupid. No, it's about you.
Is
So,
it?
the craziest thing you do for a girl.
For a girl? Nothing.
Yeah, I know it.
I love that. She's like, what's the craziest girl you ever did for a girl? Like, for a girl? Nothing. Obviously, I did a lot for really cool girls I like. But I just love, like, playing the ass. They're like, nothing. And she loves it, too.
And why?
I never do anything for girls.
But why?
Why would I?
But girls really like,
I love your t-shirt. Is that a cat?
So I'm doing here is I'm a little physical. I'm touching her on her lower back, pulling her in and seeing how she reacts. Remember, we're using physicality as a ping, right? And I get very good responses. No need for the kiss, no need for any validation or whatever the fuck. I'm just like, okay, she reacts very well on a verbal level. I know that I just need to stay in, set, and pull because time is my biggest wingman. But I still want to see if she's just like a very talkative person. She wants to like fuck with me a little bit, or is she actually interested? And thus, I'm doing that little physical move here.
You have a cat t-shirt?
yeah. Yeah.
Why? You like cats?
But it's about you. What do you have on your t-shirt?
It's on a Hawaii shirt.
I'm bringing back the Hawaii shirts. Go deal with it.
Yeah, I won't talk about you.
Why?
Because I want.
You're so cute.
Oh. What are you doing in your life?
I give seminars here. What do you do here? Talking about me? Is that your hobby?
Yeah, it's my hobby talking about you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can marry me.
You don't ask, so I can't.
Huh?
You don't ask, so I can't.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're kind of cool, but...
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, baby.
I don't know. It's crazy. I love it. I love it. It's crazy. I love these kind of interactions.
Okay, we can talk right now.
I'm not sure. Are you spontaneous?
I'm spontaneous? Yeah, right now, yes.
Good sign. Are you spontaneous? And yes, perfect.
Let's go.
I work in a gallery.
Let's go on an adventure. It's 5 minutes away from here, but only if you're cool and if you promise to be funny.
Me? Funny? No, I'm really sad.
All right, then I won't take you.
all
I'm
the
sorry.
time.
So this is basically a combination of seeding the pull. I'm talking about an adventure, plus pinging a little bit how well she would jump on that idea. Right? I'm like, oh, let's go on an adventure. It's 5 minutes away from here. She's like, yeah, maybe. Then it would be a very good sign. If she's totally down already, that would be an even better sign. But she's like, oh, me crazy? No. It's cool because the way I framed it, the way I verbalized it, doesn't really look like a real, like I'm really trying to get her on that adventure right now. I'm just like, oh, let's go on an adventure. It's 5 minutes away from here. So now she says no, so I can act like it was all a role play and just go on with something else. But at least now I know, okay, she's not ready to be pulled yet. She's very odd, but she wants to spend a little more time with me, which is totally fine.
Okay. You can go if you want.
I will go anyway.
Okay.
What do you do?
I work in a gallery.
An arts gallery?
Yeah.
Are you an artist?
A little bit. I'm writing.
Writing for what? Poetry?
No, it's a story. It's a story about
About me?
everything what happens to everyone which I meet. So when someone tell me a story, I write it.
So you steal their stories and sell it as your own?
No steal.
I love it. How you steal their stories, sell it as your own. Little emotional spike.
I changed it, but something from the story is real. So maybe this night will be good. It's a story for me.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you're looking for another person. Maybe you're looking for another person. Where are you from?
Austria.
Austria, yeah. I'm sorry I asked you. I'm sorry, I'm not so drunk.
So,
Yeah, I like looked at her because she forgot that I was from Austria, and I'm like, oh, you had too many drinks. She's like, no, I'm not drunk or whatever. Basically just an emotional spike from me.
what's your biggest passion?
When someone really look into me and
Like this?
We're holding really strong eye contact here.
or maybe yes. It's not working.
Sorry. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah, I can do this too.
Physicality was neutral. She didn't reciprocate. Nothing happened from her, so I just toned it back. No big deal.
You're a little too short.
Physical. Emotional spike. Negative emotional spike.
What are you trying to do?
So yeah, here I'm like touching her face, and I think I let her touch my beard or something like that. It's just fooling around, being an idiot, making her feel comfortable.
Do you like my beard?
Your beard.
You're so funny.
You're funny too.
So here, I think with her right hand, she reciprocates physicality, so I count it as a yes.
I'm not sure if I can take you with me. I'm not sure.
Same should be right. The first step to making her chase or the pull a little bit, because remember we have those components of pulling, arousal, connection, plus making her chase, or three of them, and that is the best thing to make her chase. The basic underlying principle is basic underlying communication is you cool, but I'm not sure yet. Right here, verbalize it. It's usually enough. Let's see how it goes.
I understand you.
Yeah?
I really understand
I'm a very careful person.
Yeah, you are really careful person.
Yeah, are you too?
Me too.
Are you a criminal?
And I'm not sure about you too.
Are you? Okay, that's good.
That's good.
So we're on the same page. I like that.
Flipping the script, she's like, oh, I'm not sure about you, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. So we're on the same page, right? Flipping the script, because another buddy's like, oh, well, why are you unsure about me? Like, please don't. Like, no. Flip the script, be like, okay, good. Just drawing boundaries here. Good you accept them, girl, you know. Let's see.
Yeah, we are really on the same page.
When's your birthday?
In August. 31.
31? Wow.
Yeah, I'm virgin.
You mean Virgo? Are you a virgin? Wow. Me too.
Okay, you have one point.
So she leans her head against me now, initiating physicality. Signs are getting better and better and better. it's slowly about time to go for the pull. Yeah, I'm telling the camera guy where to stand.
Why you ask about my birthday?
I want to get to know you better.
Good answer. I want to get to know you better. It's always a good answer, I guess, because it makes the underlying natural communication here is like, okay, I have a lot of women, I meet a lot of women. I want to make sure you're really cool before I do anything with you, right? Abundance.
Really?
I want to see if I can trust you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you ask about my birthday, you can trust me.
Yeah, we'll see.
And when I say 20th of December, you will trust me.
Then I know you're lying.
Wow. So when I say that I'm virgin, I look at you. Okay.
When was the last boyfriend you had?
Last boyfriend?
Boyfriend screening, because sometimes if girls are reacting that well and they're not giving you a lot of shit, it's either because your game is really, really strong, but I barely ever trust on that. It can be that they have a boyfriend, they just love the validation, and they don't test the guy as much because they're like, well, I'm never going to fuck him anyway, so I don't need to test him. We talked about this in boyfriend screening in the How to Have a One Night Stand chapter in the Natural. Ask the question without asking the question. So instead of saying, do you have a boyfriend, I'm saying, when was the last time you had a boyfriend? If she's like, well, my current boyfriend, then she has a boyfriend. She talks about like, oh, like the last boyfriend I had was 2 years ago, then she's probably not in a relationship. So that way you can screen for availability.
It was about 3 months ago.
What happened?
I don't know.
Why did he break up with you?
Yeah, I love that too. Why did he break up with you? That's usually a follow-up question to the when was the last time you had a boyfriend. I'm just like assuming that he broke up with her, and it always hits the girl's ego a little bit. They always qualify themselves. So yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Why you think that he break up with me?
You see how it's just seeking for reporting. I'm like, why you think? No. You can see it hit very well.
Did it?
Why you think it?
I was assuming it.
Yeah, he break up with me.
Why?
Because he said that I'm really good person, but yeah, it's really hard to say. We was friends about 8 years before. Yeah, and it was
You're
really...
like 21, you're so young.
Yeah, but we was friends and we was together about 2 years. You know?
Now you're back in the friend zone.
But it was the best guy I ever met.
Why?
Because I know him. I look at him all the time that he was really nice to every girl, you know.
Unlike me.
I love that. Disqualifying myself. He was really nice to every girl. Again, what would the beta male do? Like, oh, I'm really nice to every girl too. But I'm just like, unlike me. Love it.
I'm a total dick.
But
Can you cook?
Can you cook? I'm starting to see the pull again. Like if she's like, oh, I cook very well. I'm like, cool. You should cook for me. Something like that. Even if it doesn't work with the seating, it's still a nice qualifying question.
Can you cook? Can you cook?
yes, I like cook, but I don't cook like I don't know if I say it cook meat. Meat?
I'm vegetarian.
You are not?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, you too?
Yes.
Ah, I like you.
Oh,
Plus 1,000 points if the girl is vegetarian too, which is really cool.
you say it just like
6 years.
you are not vegetarian.
Yes, I am.
I can trust you.
I don't care, I am.
Okay.
You?
She wants me to qualify with simple things like, can I trust you? I'm like, I don't care. I am a vegetarian. I'm not getting to the qualification.
How long?
1 year. Nothing.
Nothing.
And you?
6.
Okay.
I'm super hungry right now, actually.
And you smoke.
Cool, seat at the pool. I'm super hungry right now, actually, and just keep the conversation rolling.
I don't.
And what are you doing?
I run around with it because it looks cool.
Cool.
I hate smoking.
It's not cool.
It is.
I stopped smoking about 1 year.
Good girl. Good.
Yeah. It's really good for me. So, what do you want to tell me?
I'm really hungry.
So now I'm getting back to the seating the pool that I did like half a minute earlier. I said, oh, I'm really hungry, by the way. And now I'm saying, I'm really hungry. She says, me too. Perfect sign. Now she's ready to be pulled. I tried earlier. Remember when I said adventure? She's like, no. But now she's ready. All I had to do, more flatline talk plus the occasional spike. If I'm being physical, I calibrate. That's it. That's natural game. Time is my biggest wingman.
Me too.
Yeah? I know a really, really good place to eat. It's like 5 minutes away from here. Let's go.
Same spiel. Let's go. Not like, do you want to go? Let's go and start leading. If she's not okay with that, she will give me the physical sign. Then I back off. But until then, I can just go.
Adventure.
Yeah, but I'm just in my...
Oh, it's like 5 minutes away.
She's like, oh, I'm just in my, I don't have my jacket. Oh, it's like 5 minutes away. Don't worry about it.
No.
The way she says no, like, no, ha, 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 is that token or is that real resistance? Well, while she's walking with me, laughing, smiling, it's token resistance. You just gotta say it.
Adventure. Only if you're cool. This way. Yeah.
Little qualification that I do here is the same, like, well, but only if you promise to be nice, only if you promise to keep your hands off me, only if you're cool. Just little qualification thing I'm throwing in there too, because remember, again, it's one part of the polling that should ideally be checked. She wants to feel like she deserved it. She wants to chase, right? So I'm like, oh, only if you're cool. She's like, oh, I'm cool? Of course I am cool, right? I'm going to show him by coming with him. Perfect.
Thanks, man.
I'm really that long.
Ah, it's really warm outside. I like it.
So, how long do you stay here?
Couple of weeks.
And from where you know this place?
What place?
This where we going? Hi,
Hi.
by taxi.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes
Bye.
away from here. Whoops.
But we
After
can-
you. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot. Good night.
Hello.
Hi. Off we go. I'm vibing a little bit with the camera guy. Now, oh yeah, this is not with the camera guy, with the taxi guy. This is the camera guy kissing back. It's kind of funny. It used to be like a running gag thing. Now, but hold on a second. Where did you go now, Max? Here's the thing that you do whenever you're pulling, no matter what city you're in. The first thing after you move into an apartment, you're gonna go on the street and see, okay, where's a restaurant, where's a cafe, where's a bar, anything. You never have to go there actually, but that is your pull location. Ideally, it always is closed. Ideally, it's like literally just like the facade of like a restaurant that closed like 10 years ago or something like that. So you go there and like, oh, I know the restaurant, it's right there. Oh, no, it's closed. Ah, now here again, it's not tricking the girl. It's not like she's fucking dumb and she needs to be tricked. No, she knows what's up. Again, the two of you just want to construct that reality where it's perfectly fine to go home together, where the girl doesn't feel judged by society or whatever, right? So she's like, right now she's like, oh, we're just going to a restaurant. Okay, well, I hope maybe something's happening with the guy. Oh, the restaurant's closed. Oh, he says he lives here. Yeah, doesn't seem like a slutty thing to do. You know, we wanted to go to a restaurant now. We're going to go have food at his place. So we go up my place. Please, if you go to your place with cooking, because the store is closed, right, or the restaurant is closed, don't actually cook. I always have like a protein shake or some yogurt, something like that. Anything that's fast, or a pizza. Throw in a pizza. We'll talk more about this later on. Yeah, that's what I did. As simple as that. And then, you know, we had a good time. As fucking simple as that. Why did it work so well? Why was the girl so on? Because again, remember, passive attraction. She saw me rolling, having a good time, even though the girls rejected me and hated me. I barely had to do anything afterwards. Staying in set, right? FFF, fuck faith frame. Vibing, flatline conversation with emotional spikes. Make sure that we construct that reality where it's possible to go home together. Make her chase a little bit, right? Oh, you're cool. Well, I'm not sure about that. Only if you're cool. Things like that. That's it. That's a standard pull. It was faster than a standard pull, to be honest. It's around 18 minutes from meeting to pulling. But on a bigger scale, I would say a pull lasts, a regular pull, from 45 minutes to 1.5 hours. And you will see those boring long pulls because that's what games ultimately was supposed to look like. In the hostage, you have a lot of flash stuff as well. That's cool and fun to see. I put that in because it inspires. Like, hey, dude, you can pull off really cool things if you're just coming from the mindset of fun and providing love and things like that. But regular pull is just that, unspectacular. It later on becomes spectacular, but the pull itself is unspectacular. Let's check out the next one.